What's up, everyone? I am Daniel from Michigan Aquatics, and today we are talking about how to make a convict cichlid breeding hideout. Now here is mine. You can see through there. That is called a African cichlid breeding cave right there. It's basically a big circle. It's made out of minerals that are together. It's almost like sandstone, almost. And there's a big area in the middle, a lot of holes and stuff. You can see it in stores. It's called a cichlid hideout. It's in Walmart, Meijer, the whole 9 yards. And what I did is I piled up a bunch of gravel over there. I dug a hole and I put that down in it. And then I put rocks over the top of it and the sides, only exposing a few of the holes, so hopefully my jaguar cichlid would not get in there, because she's the leader of the aquarium, and she wants to take over every cichlid house she gets to take over. So I tried to make it as complicated for her to get in as possible, making long twisting tunnels all the way through there. But I allowed 3 entrances and exits. There's one right here, and one over there. Now, my 2 convicts are black convicts. This is my female, she's in full breeding colors, and this is my male, which is a little bit smaller, but he's growing like a weed. Now, he is a little bit smaller, but he's the most aggressive. Their names are Felony and Misdemeanor. She's Misdemeanor, he's Felony, because the males are more aggressive. You can see they're in their fighting colors, which is almost a white-gray, a bluish white-gray. And that's my peacock bass. His name's Frank. But we're not talking about my peacock bass. That'll be in another video. But that's basically how I made it. It's very simple, and I put some rocks and plants around it to make it so they feel more cover when they're in there, hiding and breeding. So, a lot of people, for some reason, let's talk convict cichlids here. Holy crap. Dogs. Do you have to? You know, how'd you get out here, Gunner? A lot of people, for some reason, don't like pink convicts. Some people don't like them because they're white. I like the pink convicts. Well, I don't prefer to keep them because they are a selective bred species, because they're not albino. They don't have the red eyes, most of them. They're more of a selective bred species, sort of like domestic cats and stuff. I prefer to have the natural looking ones, and I don't have any pet stores near me. I go hours away to pet stores. I live in Michigan, so the ones I've always went to, I got everything in here from Moby Dick's pet store in Clarkston, Michigan. But I also go to places, they have really good bottom feeders and African cichlids. It's called Highland Tropicals. They got birds and lizards too. It's for tropical animals. They got really good plant selections and stuff for fish plant selections. They have driftwood selections. They have everything there. Good live plant selections too. That's where I got my Anubias, which is currently covered in algae and sand because I just did a cleaning on this tank. But convicts are one of the most interesting species of cichlid. Now, Daniel, how are they the most interesting? Well, they're not the most interesting. How are they pretty close to the most interesting cichlid when I can buy them for a couple bucks at the store? Well, their behavior and how easy they are to breed, and just plain their behavior, their colors, their body shape. They get the big cichlid hump on them. They only get I don't know, I think the males can get the biggest from tail fin to the front of the nose to tail fin. I think the males can get 7 through 10 inches. 10 inches being extremely large, but usually they get about 7, and the females will get 5.5 to 6. So the males will always be bigger than the females, and the males will grow in length before they'll grow in width. So just be ready for that. One convict cichlid, though, you should not like is the parrot Convict. Oh my gosh. It is the stupidest thing ever. You know, we already created the parrot cichlid, which can't even close its mouth all the way, and now we're bringing convicts into the fact. Why? We're taking an awesome, aggressive, cool looking, cheap cichlid, just a plain amazing fish, and then breeding it with a blood parrot. What were we thinking when we did this? Like, it's just so dumb. How to tell the difference between a male and a female convict? Oh, I'm sorry, male and female. They were looking at me direct on, I couldn't notice. But, here she comes. And here they go. They're going to attack her. This is how they team up. This is one of the ways they're really cool. Like, they team up to attack a potential nest stealer. They never attack Frank. They just attack the Jag because they know that she's out to get them. Anyway, the difference between male and females, the females, when you buy them, they usually have a more oblong shape and longer nose and mouth than the males. The males are more circular. He's in the nest right now, but I'll talk about the male in a second. The females also have a very noticeable bright orange belly once they hit sexual maturity, because before sexual maturity, which takes place in 6 months of them being alive, they're sexually mature, just like mine. They can change their sex still. The female convict cichlid, though, orange on the belly, very bright blues and yellows and purples on the fins, and usually their mouth is also blue, as you can see, either a really bright gray or a blue. And a lot of people say it's hard to tell by the fins, but I know exactly how to do it, and I'm going to teach you. For the dorsal fin, the softer dorsal fin, here's my male. You can see how it's more pointed all the way out to the actual point of it, which is very long. It's more like, here's the fin right here coming out, and then it goes just like this. But on the female, if she'll turn, hers aren't fully developed because of the jaguar. Yeah, you can't really see it as well as I could. But hers come out like this and come to a point like that. They curve like that. They're breeding right now. But the males basically are thinner and they come out like this. And the females are wider and they come out like this and they curve a lot once they get to that point. As well as the males, you'll usually immediately be able to tell a male right below, like at the base of the tail part of the dorsal fin. You'll usually see some speckles onto that bottom part, as well as the male's fins when young, and sometimes they grow into it as an adult, are red and blue. Not very vibrant, not very shining red and blue, you know, like the shining of a blue Acara or something like that. Not like that sort of shining, but it's blue and red on the fins that is present. I don't know if you can notice it. It's a very hard to see red. It almost appears brown, and then the very tips are blue. On the females, that is a vibrant yellow, and the blue is more pronounced and lighter on the tail and more iridescent, I should say, on the females. Now, having a pair of convicts I definitely recommend, because these are the smallest cichlids you can keep with larger cichlids. Being a pair of them, it can be so aggressive to take over a whole tank. How do they do that? They take over half of it. And any other cichlids you have in the tank, they're all pushed over there, and they kill each other. They eventually rip holes in each other, get disease, and die. You know the ones that don't get the disease because they're incredibly hardy and can almost live through anything? The convict cichlid. So they're the last thing in your tank. Bottom line, these are awesome fish. And you could keep 2 of them in a 1-gallon bowl. I don't recommend it. It's not right. But if you could, and you could breed them, and they live off of eating their own children. Yeah. It's pretty brutal. These fish are some of the most badass fish I've ever kept. Peacock bass are more mellow. They won't attack unless they feel it's needed or they're hungry. They're a mid-top swimming fish. We'll get to Frank in a little bit, and Clarice, my jaguar, we'll get into her. But thank you all so much for watching this Convict Cichlid video. If you have any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section below and I will respond. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be notified when his video comes out, her video. Oh, she gone. And their second video comes out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.